We are back with more collecting fun and tips, and we're going to go through some more boxes of things that I've set aside. As I buy $25 boxes of pennies or the $100 boxes of nickels, they make great boxes to hold stuff in, make them manageable for shipping and moving and all the different things that we do. And so you'll see a lot of them as I go through things here. Because that's how I like to transport them. They come with the coins; they're free of charge, and that's a great way to do some business with your collecting. So here, already, this looks like a 1950D that I would have found in circulation of the nickels. This is the one, I believe, that I talked about in other videos. So 1950 Denver. It's the key date, the lowest mintage of all circulation strike nickels. Yep, this is the one. So 1950. On the obverse, and the Denver mint mark on the reverse. And it's a light mint mark, but it's there. So this might have been something that was in a coin book at one point and got put into circulation, or it survived circulation forever. And I just happen to be the lucky guy to find it. This is one of 3 that I've ever found I didn't have to buy. I bought most of them that I've ever had in my life. But this one, I found one in a slot machine and one other in rolls. That's it, my entire life that I found at the 1950D. So I've got one of those. Probably very good condition if you want to look at the value. I'm guessing $4 or $5, if that. But certainly, I'm glad I have it. Here we go. This is the 1979 it says 1981. So these are the 1981 Susan B. Anthony dollars that I talked about in the previous videos. So the Philadelphia, the Denver, and the San Francisco, it looks like there's 2 sets here. So the 81 mint set was produced in low quantities. The only way that you could get the dollar was through the mint set. They didn't offer them in any other form. They didn't put them in circulation. And over the years, they become very collectible. So each group here can be $11 to $15, depending on the condition of the coins. $3, $4, $5 a coin. Depending on the conditions. Some of them are real doggy, junky, chopped up, nasty in the mint sets. Some of them are really sharp design, well struck, nicely colored. If there's an air pocket for each one, and if they get some sort of a ding or a clip or something that lets the air in, you'll see some really cool looking toning or some really ugly toning. But here's 2 sets of the 1981 PDNS. Looks like it was probably for sale on eBay at one point, lot A, lot B. So that's what that is right there. Those are always fun to have and to find. It's another, group of key dates, mint set only coins to go along with the $73 that we talked about in the last video, and the 1996 W dime. Now the mint makes quite a few collectible things like that. Pretty cool if you get in on it early on. Sometimes paying premiums aren't as much fun. Let's see what we have here. This looks like more random mint set coins. These might be the 1971s. I would save 1971 quite a bit because of the nickels. I can see some mint tokens here. So this might be the 86s. Yep. So these are the 1986s from the set that we had earlier with the dime. These are the leftovers of that. Here's some 2005 satin finish Philadelphia mint. Both the ocean design reverse and the buffalo design. So there's satin finish, and these will probably be the Denver counterparts. Yep. So there's the P&D set of the buffalo and the ocean satin finish nickels from 2005. Here's a 1980 Susan B. Anthony Denver out of the 1980 mint set. They did release some of the 1980s into circulation, so it's not as scarce as the 81s. There's the Philadelphia. It's got a Philadelphia and Denver. And probably going to be the San Francisco in here somewhere in this group. 1971. So there's a 71 uncirculated nickel and dime and quarter. And those are really hard to find in circulation in good condition. There's another one. There's a 3rd one for 1971. And a 4th one. So that was one I saved a lot. Here's the other. Is this 85 or 86? This is 1985. Nickel, penny, and dime. Both Philadelphia and Denver. And then this is a random 1971D nickel. Is there anything else in here? A few more coins. Just stuff and junk that I put off to the side. There's the S version of the Susan B. Anthony 1980 from the mint set. So I've got the PD and S. I got the full set there. and some more 1971s. Here's a real nice proof-like obverse with a nice shiny finish, 1971 nickel, and some more stuff and some random nickels here. What do we have? We have a 1976D, 1994P, and 1987P. So those will just go into the nickel box here. We'll use those for rolls at some point. Uh-oh. What do we got here? 2009 Denver. So it looks like I have a roll that is broken open that I've been setting aside out of circulation. Yep, all 2009 Denver nickels. The 2009D and the 2009P, definitely worth holding on to as you find them. Some other rolls that I put together. And we have some silver nickels in here too. I'll pull these out and show you what these are in a second. And let's see what else we have. Oh, it jumps right out. There's a San Francisco proof 2006 nickel, but it was put in circulation. So I would have found this in a roll. You can see the mirror finishes, but it's all scratched up, called an impaired proof. It's got the frosty building and the dude on the front. For those of you who don't know who the dude is, that's Thomas Jefferson. Here's what a silver war nickel looks like when it comes out of a roll. This one has an S mint mark on the top of the Monticello building, Monticello, depending on how you pronounce it. And on the front here, it's a 1943. So 1943 S, silver American nickel from the war years, part of the war nickel set. There's 11 coins in the set. And again, like we talked about with the penny in a previous video and the nickels, they needed the original composition materials for the war effort. And so they used silver and manganese to make the nickels 42 through 45. There are a couple of varieties of the 42 out there. But for the most part, the silver, here's a 44 Philadelphia. And then what's that? A 2009D. And then here's a real nice shape, 1983 Denver. Wow, that's in top condition. They are circulated. I remember pulling this one out of change, 1945S. So it looks like when they were originally minted, it's a little bit different color, but it looks a lot like the regular nickels. And so when I was going through rolls, and this came out of Salt Lake City, the roll that I found this in, and it was the Wells Fargo Bank up by the University of Utah. I remember buying the box, and this is a 1945 S mint, extremely fine, almost uncirculated silver war nickel. I remember that specifically when I got that one. We talked about that in some of the previous videos about the memories that this can create for you and the fun if you're a memory type person. Nicely toned 2004. There's some more 2009s, quite a few of them. I think I almost probably had a roll here. 2000, not sure where I kept that. Oh, here's the 83P to go along with that 83D in really shiny top condition. Typically, if you find partners like that, the brother and the sister of a date, and they're high condition, they typically aren't found in circulation. Somebody either broke into a coin set, had to put it in the bank, or something happened to where they would have been liberated from their collection and put it into circulation. And currently, with the bad economy due to COVID and all that, the coin shortage just might be an option for a lot of people. We did find the 2 boxes of collectible nickels this past weekend that we went through with all the uncirculated rolls of 2004 P&D Keelboat, had a couple of 2008 Ps, some 1960, 1963, 1969, and 1970S. And then here, keep dropping a few of these, but that's why I have the cardboard down. You don't want to do it on top of metal in case you do drop it. There's 09, 09, lots of 09s. That's good to have. So when you purchase a lot of 100 coins from us, they're all different date and mint mark, you will get a 2009. There's a 2009P that I got out of circulation. Definitely get a 2009D. There's another P. Those are really tough to find. Most of them, I think, went to Puerto Rico. A gentleman down there or lady down there had a hoard and selling for years. Here's a nice 1982 P&D set also. So we have the 82 P&D and the 83 P&D, very high condition, high grade, almost uncirculated level. So I'm going to put all the 2009Ds in first. And there's a couple of 2009 Philadelphias in there. Then I'm going to put in the 82 and 83 P&D. And I'm going to put in the 45S silver. I'm going to put in the 43 silver. And then these other 5 random coins that were here, or there's 6 because there's the proof one. I wonder if that was an entire, there's 2 extra. So that would have been a roll, and I don't see the roll cap on there, so that's probably why it fell over. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put those into a paper roll. But before I do that, where'd my pen go so I can put the marking on it? I'm going to put on here 2009, and then a big D. That way I will never put these directly into the bank until I have a chance to go through the roll and see what's actually in there. Put it all in there. 40 coins makes a roll. Goes in like that. Crimp down the far end. Put the rest in. My hands are just big enough that 40 nickels fits perfectly into it. I can get the 50 pennies in there. I can do the 50 dimes. Quarters, I actually have to come up my hand a little bit. But certainly that's something we're going to set aside over here because that's a fantastic roll. Glad I got it. And that empties out that penny box. So we have a couple more little bags of some foreign stuff here that came out of that box earlier. Let's see what we got. Could be tokens, could be foreign money. In my life, I've traveled to a few foreign countries. I've been to Canada, Mexico, Haiti, China, Korea. Some people say Alaska is foreign. Here's a €1 that I found, 2002, and it doesn't have a specific country on it. So this would have been one of the original euros. I wonder if this is my original euro set. This is actually what this might be. Yep, 2002, 2002, €2, the 1 cents, and then the small minor coinage. So 2002 euros. Looks like a complete set. I'll have to go back and look. I know I bought one at one point because I wanted to see what they all look like. And so we'll put those right back in there. There's my 2002 euro set. Don't know what year they came out with the euro. I think it was 2002. Could have been 92. One of those years. Someone can tell me. If you know this stuff and I'm saying something incorrectly, please type in the information, share it with everyone. I'm going by memory, and as I get older here, sometimes my memory will skew details, and certainly don't mean to mislead anyone. So please look up all the information you can online, educate yourself. Here's some Mexican 1 pesos and the 50 centavos. These are just random stuff. These fit nicely into nickel rolls, and so sometimes they come out of the nickel rolls. There's 2005. There's 2015 on the 1 centavos, and the 50 centavos look like they're 2005 and 2004. One year, I did take a trip into Tijuana. We went souvenir shopping, and I was able to buy a bunch of coins. I always buy coins when I go to foreign countries, and I've got some really big 1981 coins that I got when I was down there. And in them, there's 2 varieties where there's the 8 is complete, and then there's a broken 8 variety where there's a gap in the 8. I believe the broken 8 variety is the scarcer of the 2, and I got a whole bunch of those that I've had for many, many years because I picked them up when I was down in Mexico that one time. All right, well, that's today's video. Here's another watch. There's absolutely no value to this one. This is Advanced Watch Company, Sherwood, Warren, Michigan. And I'm guessing that's a $4 or $5 item there. It's the LTD version, and it's still new in the packaging. It's not really a mint package. It is a new item. It says so right there on the tag, and it has all the paperwork and stuff. If this turns out to be the missing watch that completes the Smithsonian collection, please let me know. I'm not going to do anything with it in the meantime. I'll just put it over here with the rest of everything else. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Many more collectibles to go through. Hope you're learning something from this. Again, if you know more than I do, please share the information. I've been doing this since 1976. My first few coins that I found were old nickels from the 50s and some change at a baseball park. Thought it was really interesting. Investigated, went down, talked to the guy at the coin shop downtown. They started giving me some information, training me, giving me plenty of time and patience for all the same simple questions that everybody asks when they first start out, and really gave me a great education and set me forward on my career and path when it comes to numismatics or other collectibles. So thanks to the gentleman up there at Alaska Rare Coins for that. And they do auctions twice a year also, if you want to check them out. Lots of great collectibles up there, including ivories, scrimshaw ivory from the native Alaskans, gold items, collectible items, jade items, paper monies, a lot of Alaskana stuff, and other collectibles as well. It's not an advertisement for them. I just really appreciate what they did for me and just thought I'd throw it out there and let you know about them. Anyway, that's it for this one. We'll see you next time. Steve from Alaska here, down in Arizona, where it's a lot warmer, and sharing off the collectible items. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe.